Sumter County in South Carolina has one of the highest crime rates in America compared to all communities of all sizes, from the smallest towns to the very largest cities. Sumter County is also where today's case takes place. We will be looking at the Sumter County Does. At 6:20 a.m. on August 9, 1976, a trucker by the name of Martin Durand found the bodies of a young man and a young woman. Martin contacted Charles Graham, who is an employee at a nearby store. Charles then called the police. Both of the victims had been shot in their upper chest area. The male victim was at first believed to be between 18 and 22 years old. The forensic dentist who examined his teeth said the man was older than 27, but looked younger because of his clothing and build. The man was white with an olive complexion. He had brown shoulder-length hair, brown eyes, and very distinctive, bushy eyebrows. He was over 6 feet tall and weighed about 150 pounds. The man had scars on his shoulders and back, had indicated he had played contact sports. He was wearing faded Levi brand jeans and a red t-shirt. He had on a yellow gold Bulova Accutron wristwatch. He also had a 14-karat gold ring with a grey sapphire stone. The initials JPF were engraved inside the ring. It made investigators believe his name started with the letter J. The ring and the watch were expensive, and dental work on his teeth were elaborate. This all suggested that he had come from an affluent family. The female victim seemed to be younger than the man. She was initially believed to be between 18 and 20 years old. She was 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighed 100 pounds, and had a slim build and an olive complexion just like the male victim. Some people then believed that the two victims were possibly siblings. She had brown shoulder-length hair and bluish-grey eyes. On the left side of her face were two distinctive moles close to her mouth. These rings were worn by her. The rings appeared to be handmade Native American or Mexican costume jewelry. The male victim was referred to as Jock Doe, and a female victim was referred to as Jane Doe. Jock Doe was named that because someone told investigators he met the two victims a few months before they were found, and that the male victim said his name was Jock. A year after the two victims were found, in 1977, a man was arrested in Latta, South Carolina for driving while intoxicated. In his car, investigators found a revolver. It was the same kind as the one used on a Sumter County Does. After some more investigating, it was proven that exact revolver was used in a Sumter County Does case. The man who owned it was never arrested because of insufficient evidence against him. Investigators also traveled to Brunswick, Georgia. There they met with her husband and wife, who believed they were the parents of the Jane Doe. Their daughter was missing. However, after investigators showed them pictures of the Jane Doe, they realized it was not their daughter. Dental comparisons confirmed it was not her. People speculated that Henry Lee Lucas committed the crime. He himself told investigators that he had been in South Carolina the day the victims passed away. Henry Lee Lucas, however, is known for making false confessions. No evidence has ever been found that linked him to the crime. The two victims' bodies were held at a local funeral home, hoping someone could identify them. People from all over the US and even Canada called to inquire about them. This included several parents of young runaways. No one was able to identify the bodies. On August 14, 1977, they were buried in a cemetery in Oswego, South Carolina. Hundreds of people attended the service. Law enforcement was able to raise a few $100s to the funeral home. Their headstones read, "Male unknown and female unknown." The Sumter County Does case was featured on Unsolved Mysteries Season 7, Episode 14 in 1995. In 2007, their bodies were exhumed to obtain DNA information. It was then realized that the victims were not genetically related. In July 2019, the DNA Doe Project was asked to help identify the couple. Over $2,000 was donated to fund the extraction of usable DNA profiles from bone marrow for genetic genealogy research. In October 2020, family trees of the victims were created. Then on January 21, 2021, a press conference was held to announce the identities of the two victims. They were identified as Pamela Buckley and James Freund. Pamela was born on December 16, 1951, in Redwood County, Minnesota. She was last seen in December 1975 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Pamela was 24 years old when she passed away. James Paul Freund was born on September 16, 1946, in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. He grew up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. After he graduated from J.P. McCaskey High School, he got married in 1965. He and his wife had a daughter together. Thereafter, he joined the U.S. Army. Also in 1965, he was dispatched to an army base in Germany. The next year, James's father passed away. His father-in-law had worked at a Bulova watch company. It is believed he gave James the watch as a present with the initials JPF engraved. James returned to his family in the United States. His marriage broke down and James disappeared on Christmas Day 1975. He was just 29 years old when he passed away. Sadly, his mother would never find out what happened to her son, as she passed away in 2004 in Mason, Ohio at the age of 77. Investigators believe James and Pamela became acquainted as they hitchhiked. It is not known who took their lives. Sheriff Anthony Dennis said, "It is great to be able to bring the family some closure after starting this investigation so many years ago. We also plan to reopen the investigation and follow up with a person of interest."